Hello, my beloved baby boos. It is Tuesday. It's 8:32 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. My name is Chris Farrow. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where tonight we will be reviewing the season 9, episode 3 of 90 Day Fiancé. Can you believe it? Regular 90 Day Fiancé, just regular old. Let's talk about it. Can you believe it? Even though Benny and Ari are not my favorites, I am still appreciative that there really is only one couple that we've seen before. It's them. And that's it. So that makes me happy because I can't do too much of like same old, same old. So this was an exciting episode because we finally got to see some things. Like we got to have the reunion of what should have always been, which is Shaeda in the home that she's supposed to live in. However, we are robbed from a reunion that should have happened, which was Kobe with his son, which I can't wait to see. Honestly, like I'm gonna be so excited. Like when that dad and that baby get to reunite, and in the teaser for the next episode they showed a little bit like him coming in the room and the baby like, dad, and I like my heart like skipped a beat. I was like, oh my god, I can't wait. So can't wait for it to happen. So happy to have you guys with me. If you haven't yet, please like this video, please give it a little thumbs up. I appreciate you guys being just like chill, a little patient with me on a Tuesday night. I'm going to get into this review, and I have notes, and I'm so pumped. I'm not wearing any makeup. God bless. It's fine. We just, we got a little laser facial. We got a clear and brilliant laser facial. That's what she did, honey. So if she can't wear any makeup, her skin's just going to peel off. And then underneath this will be a new layer of skin that will supposedly look like my skin, just with some sort of filter over it, but naturally. And that's what I decided to do. So that's what's happening. So a little sun damage gone, little like scarring gone, all of it gone. My hair's up a little like pigtail braids, and then pinned up because I am an equestrian, honey. All right, so Bilal and Shaeda. So now Shaeda is such a great character. She wakes up in the morning and he has made her tea, and she realizes that she is in the situation she is in, which is that she has come to a country to be with a man who she tried to do the utmost research on by having him come and like really being able to like see what he's like. And then she had found herself now in his domain that he never really let her see before, and it being shockingly bad. And by shockingly bad, dirty. Not, yes, is a like lower income house, especially in relationship to what he owns. But again, it's like one thing that it's not that it's like overly small and that's bad. It's more so just the dilapidatedness and dirt, and therefore unlivability. And also question it, of course, like makes you think, why would this person live there? It's not the fact that like it's an up and coming neighborhood or whatever. That doesn't make. So anyway, God bless. But she is in the situation she's in, and she's kind of like, what the fuck do I do? So she apologizes because he's mad and he's weird, and she has to do what she has to do to like survive. So she's like, look, I'm sorry that I said some unkind things last night. I was really tired and shocked, and also like, what? And also, why? And he is just like, well, I was also really taken aback by your reaction. And she, of course, apologizes. And then she's like, and I also see the the shirt that you're wearing. And he's like, yeah, this shirt is how I wake up every morning. And I just look down and I'm just like, you know what? I am grateful. I'm being grateful. I am grateful. Like, I don't know, where he got this shirt that he was like, oh my God, they put the B on top of the E in grateful, so you don't have to put two E's on this shirt. Wow. I'll buy it in all the colors. I have a rainbow a rainbow of grateful, be grateful shirts. I just like, I really can't stand like he takes a position of mansplaining values, morality, and behavior to her. Now, if this is a cultural thing because the man is the blah 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 blue of the house, and therefore the moral blah blah blue that doesn't get involved, like doesn't get like talked back to or debated or like questioned or like no, like it just feels like he has the audacity to be like, yeah, your behavior was intolerable. Meanwhile, mine's saint like, even though he's lying to her about everything. Also, men want to marry like a smart woman with like wherewithalness and like a woman of like substance and value. What woman like wants to be in a situation where like the roof is coming down? So she literally like does what she has to do, honey. And he's like, well, thank you so much. I gotta go to work. And she's like, cool. And he's like, drink the tea. In my mind, I'm like, what'd you do to the tea, honey? Like, don't drink the tea. Like, I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? She calls her mom, honey. And that mom becomes part of it. So then she's like, mom, literally, like, what is up? Like, I cannot deal. Like, this house is crazy. And the mom's like, listen, when he came to, TNT, Trinidad and Tobago, do they call it TNT? I mean, maybe, I'm not quite sure. Trini, I mean, that's what they call a person from Trinidad and Tobago. I can't say it. Anytime I think of Trinidad, Tobago, I already said this, but like, I just think of like a beauty contestant. Like I just think of like Miss Trinidad Tobago, and it's like the most beautiful, like statuesque woman, just like regal, elegant, bone structure on T, just like the almondiest eyes, just like I already won. So um her mom's like, honey, like when he came, he did have like fancy ass suits. Like he must have rented those suits. They like look around. She's like, mom, look at like the ceiling is coming down. She's like, oh my God, honey, like listen, do what you gotta do and like play the game because you see what's up. Just give it a moment, let it breathe, let it marinate, and see what's up, and then immediately come back home if it doesn't like right itself. And they laugh. And the mom's laugh is so that kind of like kind of laugh, like, like hee hee hee. One other part that I love that her mom said, there was just like a bunch, I mean, like, there was just like a lot of colloquialisms I really enjoyed. Her mom, when she's first talking to her, she's like, oh, sure. She's like, hi, mom. I can't do any kind of accent, so don't even try it. And she's like, don't give me no bad news. And that is the name of a song. First of all, great. That is a name of a song from Starmites, a Broadway musical. And it's like, I wake up on and a little too something, and I'm lighting up my fuse. So don't nobody bring me no bad news. No bad news. No bad news. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. It's a great, fun Broadway song. So, oh, The Wiz too. Wait, is it The Wiz? Did I say, you know what? You're right. It's The Wiz. I said Star Mines, didn't I? That's a different song I like from Star Mats. Yeah, yes, honey. Oh, it just made me think. When she said that, I was like, oh my God, I could like sing the whole song in my head. And also, could she sing the whole song for me? God bless. Okay, I see all the people in here. I love me, my wah. That's what I said on Friday night, honey. What? Her mom's laugh, yeah, was everything. It was just like, like it was like it was a version of that like made me feel like, oh, okay. I really can just like live in this. I can live in this sound. She also, besides saying, don't bring me no bad news, and then also like laughing like that, she 4 times says, don't rush the bush. Now, when she said it, I knew what she meant, which is don't act without, just wait before you act. Don't rush into something. Don't rush into action that you won't be able to take back. So, but what's the bush? Don't rush the bush. The brush? No, sorry, it's the brush. Don't rush the brush is 100% what it was, not bush. Don't rush the brush. The brush? Is it like brushing a horse? I'll tell you right now, I love brushing a horse. Brushing a horse. Brushing a horse. Brushing a horse is really fun. But yeah, like I just love this mom, and I hate him. So basically, he is like comes back from lunch and he's like, we're gonna go to like lunch with my mom, like like blah 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 blah, blah, like have like time with my mom, and then he like makes her feel like I don't know. She's like trying to be nice, and she's like, well, what if your mom doesn't like me? Like like will you want to be with me? And he's like, nah, don't worry about it. Like he's feeling a little more warmth toward her, I guess. She is interesting, like what she wears, because she goes to visit her mom and she's wearing like cameo cargo pants. And I thought that was an interesting choice, only because it was like it was like a very modest top. It's a very modest top. It's like, cream, like layers and layers, of like different fabrics on top. And then cameo cargo pants. And that perfect makeup, so it's like, oh, okay. Oh, well, okay. So they of course they're driving to his mom's house, which is his house, and the neighborhood changes, and she's just like, oh, mom sure retired well, and I'm saying just woo, like okay. And he gets there. She's like, this house is gorgeous. Now, when they get inside, the house is a beautiful home. The interior looks like he just got it staged. Like, it looks like Barclay Butera. Or, like, it definitely looks like a home that was professionally decorated, by someone who certainly wanted to get a point across. And the point was that Bilal didn't do this. I mean, but he did it in the sense that he paid for it. So, oh, you guys, English guy does like a bunch of like great music shows around me, and I have to go see him. Wait, isn't he Honey? Oh, yeah. You guys are you guys are a couple that are in the room together with me now? That's so funny. Hi Beth. So yeah, I always thought this was like Shaeda should have worn a fat suit to test him. Yeah, like because like can you imagine his like reaction to like her coming and being like, well, you haven't seen me for like 6 months, and I've been like FaceTiming from like my face, like my, only face up, whenever you kept asking me to like show you a little more. And I was like, no, and like the white wall thing, and just like, but now I'm here. And it's like, ugh, like yeah, like her like in any sort of like quote unquote male would think this is unattractive or less attractive than before. You could say that she'd be like in a fat suit. You could say that you covered her face with zits. I don't know, like maybe, I don't know. Maybe, um, I mean, whatever you want to do, like I'm sorry. So, don't come for me if you have like skin situations. I do too. So I'm just like trying to think of like whatever it could be. It could be so many things. And she gets in the house, obviously, and then he's just like, see this professionally decorated house that looks like no one lives here and looks like, like we're here on a Sunday and it's about to be like an open house. This is your home. And she starts crying. Okay. And she's just like, can't believe it. And then this is hard to watch for a lot of reasons. A, because I hate him. And also because it's just that, okay, it's not that I hate him. I'm being a little dramatic. I don't hate him. Do I hate what he's done to her? Yes. Yes, I hate it. I hate the predicament that he's put her in, which is that she doesn't know what's real and what's not, and she's already in a situation of like dire need for security because she's uprooted her whole life. It's not the time to test her. Like it's just, I don't know. Like, also, you want, as a man, I would think you'd want a woman with wherewithal and with a sense of value to her that, like, yeah, she's not gonna like want to live in this situation. She's gonna want better. So, anyway, having said that, so this is why it's hard for me to watch this because, of course, she starts crying and she's like, it's so nice. It's this is so beautiful, and like it's like he did it to get that reaction. He gets to like make her cry about it. He gets to be like, look how great my house is. It's like your house is nice. It's really nice. Is it my ideal home? On the outside, it's beautiful, but it doesn't look warm and lived in. It looks it looks like an Airbnb, like a very nice Airbnb or something. Where like, oh, is this what you said? Yeah, it does. It looks just not like a normal home, unlived in. Yeah, it looks just like I wouldn't want to live there. I mean, like, can I be like, well, can we like throw away all of the like home goods shit? I don't know. Can we just like make some room for life in this? I don't know. So at one point, he's showing her the house, and she's just like so happy because she had to deal with the first place. And so, like, in comparison, she's like losing her mind, and it's like very manipulative. And I hate it so much. And then he brings her into like his bedroom. There's like gifts, and he's like, yeah, I didn't think I was gonna like enjoy. I don't know. Everything he says is horrible. Like he makes my skin crawl in this scene. And then he brings her to like the workout room, which looks like he also has a Peloton in there, but like it has like a yoga mat and one of those just like Brentwood home like boosters, and she's like, you can do yoga here. And like there's her article, honey, an article of like some PR article she did when she like was doing yoga, and she bursts into tears. And I'll tell you right now, I did too. I did too. I felt really for her in that moment in a lot of ways. I felt a lot of empathy for her. And I felt mad that she was being manipulated in such a way. Like he's presenting himself as this image and at the same time does not want this person he's pursuing, and also has a very specific image to want to live up to that. It's stupid. It's weird. I mean, nervous in the house, I'd ruin it so fast. Yeah, like I honestly, yeah. um, I thought it was funny when Shaeda apologized for her outburst. I thought it was the most calm outburst I've ever seen. I know, but I think that when she did it, he makes it seem like it's a big ass deal. He was like, well, the things you said. It was like a stage tracked home. Yeah, it absolutely does. It looks like, that's exactly it. It's exactly home. It looks exactly like a beautiful, like area of homes, community of homes, and they want you to buy one. And so you go to the model home to see what your life could be like if you too invested in this community. This is what your house could look like in any one of the four floor plans. And look what we've done here. It's all, like decorated. And you walk around, you're like, it's like, it just does not feel like he lives there. Or it feels like the decorator just left. That this whole time on camera, he's had a completely different situation up in there, and he's like about to be on TV. So then he hires someone, honey, and then he's just like, do the whole thing, take everything out. Like all of his actual furniture is like in storage somewhere. I'm not quite sure. Hi. Yeah, correct. She questioned his ability to take care of her. Yeah, so that's basically, yeah. And the apology, she like, and I liked her making this point. I thought it was very fucking smart, which is like, I'm here. I can't work. I don't know, I can't work. I cannot make money. So just like to eat and everything, like, so I just assumed, and you assumed that you knew that. And so when I come here, when I look around, I see that, like, oh, look at the, ceiling is in dire need of $500 to patch or something or other or whatever, and that's not happening. Then I think, then how the hell is he gonna have $500 to pay for like a person's extra life and food? More. Whatever. I wish it was $500 a month or whatever. Not at all. Martita, the cat mom. Christy Nix, the most posh house in the world, but if there's no love, it's hollow and authentic. I mean, it's like, it's interesting because are there people that are just like, wow, what a beautiful home Bilal has? Oh, that's gorgeous, gorgeous home. But no, like most discerning people are like, yeah, okay, obviously, and especially in juxtaposition, it's a beautiful home. It's not a real home though. It's like not doesn't some. I mean, it's suspect because that's not a home that like people live in. It's a model home of a tract house. You said it right. So basically, like, she's crying, I'm crying. They're gonna like eat and meet with the family, and then they're gonna like ask her tough questions like, well, what'd you think of the house that like we all grew up in? Did you have a great reaction when you thought it was where you were gonna live? Because we're all adults now. Or were you happy because you're from a third world country and you should be feel blessed and be grateful for anything you get, honey, because it's better than where you. I mean, like, like, what is it? Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, how would you answer that? Oh, you know, she's like, it's like going back in time. Your home has a lot of, your home feels untouched. It's when you lived there. So it was, especially now that I know that it was your childhood home, I can appreciate the charm of being there. I will say that when I was tricked into thinking it was where I was going to live, I definitely felt confused. Like, like, how do you answer it? Confused. Mom, sister in law. So, boy, but we all got to start somewhere. I don't know. Uh, he didn't show her a humble beginning. He showed slovenly van and intentional trashing of the house. He equates poverty with trashiness. Yeah, like, I just want to be like, I don't think it's like, for instance, I'm gonna say this, like the house itself that he had her in, right? That house. If it was clean and not falling apart, yes, of course, maybe you're like, I don't know, listen, I don't know the neighborhood, but they definitely made it seem like it was a different neighborhood than the neighborhood now. So like if the neighborhood had, like looks different, like I would be like, oh, it looks up and coming. But like if inside the house it was nice and clean, I'd be like, okay, well, those bars in the window, they keep them out. Okay, great. Robbers, I don't know. So yeah, honey. So she decided not to rush the brush, and now she gets to live in this fake house with this yoga room with her like PR article on it. Honey, she's crying so much. Let's move on to Eve and Mohamed. Yes. Oh my God, Eve's so happy. She decides to get up, honey, in her home and drive in like Albuquerque, like, and these Tucson, because I've driven in Tucson, and the like Southwest, these cities have so much land space in these. Sometimes there's like mountains that like kind of like are the perimeter of some and inside the basin of the city. That means that these streets are hugely long. Like I'm thinking of like certain streets, I guess, like Broadway and stuff like that. And Tucson, they just like extend the entire way. And she's on like this long ass street. She's gonna go pick him up, like at the airport. So I don't love her outfit. I said this, like we don't have a lot to judge about people, but like I just feel like her outfit was kind of like this green dress, and do I have a picture of it? No, I don't. Um, I just, here's the thing. She made it a point to say that he found her on Instagram when she tagged one of her posts like fit body or something like that. She does have one. She has like a yoga body. Like I want her to like come to that airport, honey, like wearing something bodycon, something real bodycon, like showcasing them like athletic toneness. Anyway, so she comes to the airport with flowers. She this whole episode she does a lot of like, I think, quote unquote too much, and quote unquote I would say typical like hunter style, courter style things, coming with flowers, bobbity blue, there's more. Um, so she's waiting for him to come out, and then she sees him, and she like runs up to him, and he like is like, oh, okay, and he kind of comes up to her, and she's like hugging and kissing him, and when she kisses him, we see a lot of like her face, and she's like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. No, I'm just like, I can't believe it. It's all of that, right? Then you see his face, and he's like, oh, it's so nice. He hugs her with this like far away look in his eye. Now, in his confessional, this part made me endear to him. He says he feels awkward. It's very awkward for him because in Egypt they don't show any like physical affection. And I wanted to know like a little more of that. Like, okay, so if you see a girl, like if you are dating a woman, do you guys like, and you're like, and you go, do not date. First of all, you're not allowed to date. You just not date. I don't know. But like, if you're in public together and you see someone, you just walk up to like, hello, hello. How are you? Good, good, good. Yes, okay. Great. I don't know. He says in this moment, being able to show her affection, even though he's awkward and uncomfortable about it, it's actually very freeing to him. He feels reborn in this moment on American soil, able to, kind of like show his love. Um, she can't dress that way and have him too. Amy. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that too. I thought, come on, girl. Like he was looking at a fit body thing, and you have one. You come wearing this like kind of like marmy dress with like weird shoulders. Like come on. Like I also would love to see what she would look like, and the answer's different if she got two things: a professional blowout of her hair and professional makeup. She's such a beautiful woman, and I think that her style choices are pedantic. Is that a word? Elementary. I think could be improved. So I just don't know. I tell you, like like we saw, he gets to her house. She's picked him up. She's driving through. He gets to the house and is showing you all the stuff that like she did for him, which is like, here's where you can do your schoolwork in this little area nook, and here's a picture of me and you, and a picture of you and your mom. Slash that role is now mine. You're just like, he's like, oh okay, okay. Okay. He's happy about the house. Now, I did just like say the way that she looked or whatever, and I'm just gonna say like her entire aesthetic is lived in. And I get it. Like her house has every rink a dink, tinker tink in it. I mean, like every just like Beasley Bob, everything in Ariel's under trove, like treasure trove, gadgets, gizmos, who's its, was its, thing with bobs. She wants more. Give it to her. She kind of has red hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just kind of stuff everywhere, But then she's like, but look, here's my son's room. And he's like, oh, what a nice room. And I'm like, do you guys talk about him a lot? Do you know about him? Like, do you know what? We talk more about, maybe like this would be a great time to walk into this person's room and just like talk more about what it's like with that person. Here, that's his room. Maybe some pictures. But like she has like hardcore Emily vibe where she just wants to like bone immediately. Everyone's so horny. Oh God, it's so, I hate it. So I get it. I hate it. So this is where it gets even worse. So then she's like, go into my room. This is our room. Like there's like a seafoam comforter. There's like a turquoise sheet. Like I just like the decor is hard for me to take. It's hard for me to take. There's petals. She did the petals on the bed. You know what I'm saying? Just like 90s man stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they all do like the petals on the bed. I mean, I feel like, is there some sort of producer package? Are they just like, look, how about A, B, or C? A, balloons. B, balloons. Flowers, rose petal heart, champagne. And then C is like all of that. And a ring. No, I don't know. Yeah, walls, like the jewelry table. Yes, the jewelry table. Every nook and cranny. Yeah, like she has so much shit everywhere, like I mean, like she's like, I couldn't, I just like, I can't. And then after getting everything done, after like that, she's like, I did too much, I know, but here's a box and a ring because she picked, of course, package C. And package C, of course, is the ring with like a king's ring. And he's like, oh, baby, I love it. He puts it on or whatever, God bless. And then like, she's like, but one thing that you asked for is that, and I didn't do, is the bidet. Now the bidet becomes like a whole ass thing. So God bless. I've never been to Egypt, but like what I'm sort of like putting together is like maybe it's this thing where Egyptians culturally love bidets, whole thing. Plumbing is not maybe as strong and as like virile as the plumbing I'm used to here, where I can flush down and all the 3-ply cottonelle I want, honey, and the wet wipes, whatever I want to do to feel clean. But you want to be real clean sometimes in certain areas. But all that paper is really bad for the environment. But thank God there's technology. But Yvette didn't install it yet. So yeah, he loves a bidet, and that's, I guess, a whole thing. The whole culture loves bidet. If you're like an Egyptian man, you've been like sitting on a bidet like your whole life, honey. And like, just like mommy's been making your bed, like your tushy has been very clean. Your thighs is how you say it in Arabic, honey. He wants a clean thighs. He wants it to be like real clean for God also, because he prays 5 times a day. He has to be clean. He can't use a cotton wet wipe, honey. And he's upset a little bit that like she didn't do it for him. And she like acquiesces to him in such weird ways. She's like, all my friends, are like, don't understand how hard it is for you. All my friends look at me being like, all that I'm giving up, because I'm like cool and like old and like Western in my like style. I can do whatever I want, which is like, ascertain a bunch of knickknacks, patty whacks, and giving dogs a bone and put them all over the place. And now you're the dog, honey. I mean, and the bone is for both of us. So it's like, she can't wait to bone him. He has said that like he is allowed to sleep in her bed, allowed to be with her because he thinks of her as his wife. And when she brings up the bidet thing, which is basically the only thing that she hasn't done for him, besides the fact that she didn't technically cook for him, he's upset and he expects her to do it. This part's a little interesting for me because why would you expect a woman to manually labor put something in? That seems like dude work. Is it that women just do everything? And like, is she like, but who pays for the bidet? Would that have been your dad that like paid for the bidet that your mom would have put in? It's just so, it's so crazy that he really is just like, now that you didn't put it in. And she's like, well, do you know how to put in, how to install one? He's like, I can try, and she's like, yeah, you're going to try because I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And I want you to do it. I want you to do it because it's something you care about. It's might as well you just do it. Look, I like cleaned off that one nook in the bath in the kitchen, that one like desk area for you to do all your homework. And you know how many like things were on that desk I take off, honey? All my knitting was on that desk. All of my coupons, and I have a lot. I had extra samples, things like from magazines, perfume samples. I got a snack from like a Southwest flight. It was still on that. I take it all off for you. So he, of course, and we've heard it before, he is the like singer of songs of all I want is like an older woman, honey, that's gonna make me feel like my mom. I like an older woman that takes care of me. That is how I feel love. I feel love by a woman loving me like my mother did, which is taking care of every part of me. Now, what's interesting is like, you're like, okay, so then how are you going to love her? So are you going to love her like you loved your mom, which is take of all of her? What did you do? Like, or do you understand that your mother had your father who gave what your father gave? Which again is, I'm assuming, is some amount of like financial security, some amount of like money, like that did your dad pay for the home that you guys lived in? Because if so, don't you understand that like you're not paying for that home? Her thimble collection. Yeah. God bless. Tushy brand became super, where am I at? Super popular in the pandemic. Yeah, listen, going back to bidets, I do want one. I do want one. Sometimes Costco sells them. It's like I would get one, like, like one of the, there's the two kinds. I think the Tushy one is the one that you don't have to reroute water, or somehow it maybe like does it for you. It's the water that's in the thing. I'm not quite sure. Which is easier than like the actual, either of course a whole bidet, or some of the bidet tops that you have to have a drill go into the wall, have the water supply enter some way. I'm not quite sure, obviously. Guess who does not know how to put bidets in? Me and Mohamed. Neither one of us. Yeah, you're all saying Tushy. I should get it. Do you all have Tushy? You guys, if you have a Tushy, tell me in the comments. Tell me if I should get one. I have a squatty potty. Yeah. I want to know also if you're like Egyptian and or like if you come from a culture where there's a lot of bidets as part of like where you go. Either because it's part of the culture, or am I right? Because it's also like a plumbing thing, but it's also like an extra clean thing. Like obviously it's a French thing. Mostly because the word bidet is French, and that's how I know that. Because I'm very smart. The ones built into the toilet bowl are infection. I would think so. Infection waiting to happen. Tushy ones, you just unscrew two things on your toilet. Oh great! Oh my god, everyone loves it. Love my bidet. You just hook into a water line on the toilet. It was really easy. Okay, you just hook it to the water line. You just hook it. It's easy, honey. I gotta, listen. After this, if Mohammed was smart, he would just like immediately make a bidet business. Your bidet is my business. That's his tagline. And he could go learn how to make one for himself and then just be like, No, everyone must have one. It's better for the environment and whatever. Just like have him be like a spokesperson and or just like get really good at putting them in and just like make sure that everyone has one. You can charge like I would pay. Okay, wait. I would pay him $100 to come do one bidet in my home. And if he had like some sort of like two for 150, I would do that. I'd pay that. Oh, for sure. Okay. I grew up in an area with a lot of Muslims in South Africa, and I probably only seen like two of them installed in people's houses, so I don't know. Okay, okay, gotta know. Hi, Elaine. Great. I'm Argentine, Puerto Rican. I answered the bidets are common in Argentina. Great. Um, gotta go. Call Mo. See, there is so many, right? I'm sure he's going to comment on her cleanliness in time. I think so too. No, I think so too. I think so too. I think that that's such an astute point, Amy. I agree. He's going to have like opinions, and I'll tell you what those opinions are going to do. Not be a lot of action on his part or support in the entire like helping of her taking care of her like son that needs her, has needs to be fulfilled by his mom, who is this son here that needs a mom right now. And what this woman needs is someone to take care of her. Now, I'm going to tell you this, that's not Muhammad's fault. Honey, Muhammad's 14, and she plucked this man from Instagram and Alexandria to come here. And so it's not his fault that he wants what he wants. In fact, he has been very upfront about what he wants. I want someone to take care of me. He has never once been like, I love her so much. I just want to make her happy, take care of her. She's told me about her hard life, how she's like a doctor and how she like heals people and how she was married and how like that person didn't support her and that she had this child who she loves so much and she's so lucky to have. She says, all I want to do is come to America to like love her and be supportive of her and make a life for us and like nope, none of that's happened. He's never once talked about that kid. Even when he like was shown the kid's room, all he said was great room for a kid I don't know. I hope to never really meet. Like, but again, I feel like that's Yvette's problem. Well, obviously it's her problem, and it's because of her age and because she has responsibilities in this. It is her responsibility, it's her problem, it's her part to like know what's happening in her home. She invites people in to live with her son. She really does not understand how anyone would have any sort of questioning idea. And she's just like, because she's so like obsessed with the idea of being like, I just hate that people are always like, what does he want from you? You're so old. Like, he only wants like money. You already got a green card. I just like hate that everyone just like keeps saying that. And it's like, all right, I won't say that to you. What I'll say is, boo, like, what are you doing with your life? You have like a special needs kid, honey. Like, that kid, God bless him. Like, what, tell me one, and I've said this before, but prove me wrong. Tell me one thing, one moment, one real like conversation you've had with this young Alexandrian man that leads me to believe this man's going to support you in any way, especially since that's why you broke up with your husband, you say, which I'm not, yeah, you broke up with your husband because he wasn't emotionally supportive of you, especially you and your son together. Like, what is this man going to do for you? What is he bringing into the equation? It seems like all he wants to do is be taken care of, girl. And like, if you look at me right in the eye and you are just like, yeah, all he wants me to do is take care of him, and I will. And all I want from him is to look at his body and jump on that. And that would be his way of taking care of me. It's worth it. Now, if she says that to us, honey, we wipe our hands. We wipe our hands of it. Because what I just said, if that is what she wants just to fulfill her, and she's like, and I understand that he's not going to really be doing anything for my son. I'm either going to hire people still or I'll do it. Like, if she knows all of that, then what can we do? Um, but because Linda, like, she does have to do this. So this is if things in her life are are a lot, and she wants to do what she wants to make her happy, then I don't know. You guys are having such great points. Okay. I love how much we're talking about black cleaning. Listen, listen, we can only do what we are given. I mean, that's not even us. I can't imagine that he would. But Tammy, yes, I can't imagine that he would. But what if, Tammy, what if we're all wrong? What if this child who's with his dad this weekend, what if like this child comes home this next weekend and Mohammed's like, oh, Tehran, yes, I want to play with you all the time. What if this man what if Mohammed like is the best ever with him? Won't that be great? And won't I be surprised? Color be surprised. And I'd be so happy. And I'll say it right away. Um, yeah, I'm confused about her thinking because it's true because he seems pretty straightforward about it. I mean, yeah, he absolutely does. I wonder if he views marriage as a responsibility for him to support her. Yeah, I don't understand how he doesn't. I don't understand. Uh, he had a shirt on with a weird like thing. I don't know what it looks like yet. Oh my god, that's so funny. Wow, that is also JT. Have you just this entire time been thinking of other like sayings for his business? Chris, why would you want a guy who's interested in your material things? Chris, would you want a guy who's interested in your material things? Oh no. Well, my material things are mostly lady girly. Would he like be interested in my bracelets? I mean, yes. Listen, I wouldn't if a guy looked at me like and was like, "Oh, that girl looks like she has either like some sort of money or like can buy me things." I would never be with him. Only because I'm really traditional. I want to be the one that's like taken care of and spoiled, and like I want to be the one that's like treasured and made to feel precious and special. Having said that, I love taking care of my man. Like, I like cooking and I like buying him things and stuff. But like, I have, well, we're all insecure, but I have such deep insecurity that like it's very hard for me to even understand when a guy likes me anyway. So like, I don't think I would ever. It's hard for me to trust them anyway. So like, I think that I could. I think that I would be able to like I don't know. Yeah, I think I'd be able to like see if a guy like was using me for something. I thought about this with when we were like watching Tindler Swindler and Pure Food and Wine. Oh, the Bad Vegans docuseries I was watching with my cousin Monique, and she was just like, "You can never, ever date anyone that would stop us from being friends or tell you that I'm wrong about him if he's like being manipulative asshole." And I'm like, I know. God bless. All those guys always like love bomb someone. That's their thing. Um, this is my bidet and butter. Oh, I like it. No, I like it. That makes me happy. Fine, so many good things. Um, warm wishes. No, that's not real. Warm wishes. No, I don't know. Why do I think of like, it's like warm water. Listen, but the bidet thing is only good if the water is warm. I mean, I know the tushy ones aren't usually warm. They're like, I just like the idea of a warm spout of water just like shooting up there. Why, yes, I can. I can. I will. You know. Um, Warm swishes. Yeah, thank you. That's good. Okay. Okay. So, anything else about them? No, I'm just like so scared. I think we all are. So, I'm just gonna go on to Ari and Benny. Ugh, we pick up with them joining the season with like, oh my god, you guys, remember when we like moved to like I don't know, they're like living out there some other part. I'm so sorry. I truly don't care about them. This is gonna be such a short segment. Basically like, yeah, he got his visa. We'll have a party and like tell everyone that like, he's gonna move. He like doesn't tell anyone, so like everyone's kind of pissed or whatever. And Ari says this one soundbite where she's like, yeah, he's gonna move to America and we're gonna have 90 days to get married, but I just don't know if 90 days are enough for us to like deal with our issues. I want to be like, you've had 5 years. You've been on for like so long. 90 days. I've had to see you and you're like, whatever, like the like multiple seasons, multiple times of you and this person, Benny, like going back and forth, and his dance partner and your kid, and the surgery and the sisters, and some weird spa you guys go to, and Mimi. And like, how dare you look at me and say, I don't know if 90 days is enough time? The answer is no, it's not enough time. And B, you've had more than 90 days. It's a lie. It's not real. How dare you lie to me? So, um, anyway, so I love you guys so much. Basically, he's gonna have this party. Mimi's there. I'm happy to see Mimi. Mimi's like steadfast in this, and he basically is like going around and telling his friends that he's gonna leave, and none of his friends are happy about it. And every time, I mean every time, that he tells one of his like group of people, like either these dudes or a sister, that he's like moving to America, he is always incredibly cold in how he feels towards Ari. Like, well, we've had problems, but we're gonna try to make it work. I don't know. And these friends are like, well, I hope God will be with you, but basically, bye. Like, no. So same thing, like he's never like, Ari and I are in love and we're going to America and raising this baby Avi together, and like it's not like that. It's all very like, well, she wants to go, and so I gotta keep my family together. It's like it's very depressing. Such a bad energy. Um I love you guys. So then they have a party, right? And then, at the party, the sisters come up, and we've been waiting for what's going to happen next. Okay. So all we can do is just like sit back and let them get in some fight, which is the dumbest fight ever, which is basically them talking to Binny in Ethiopian. And Ari can't really understand it. And they're saying, like, why are we just finding out that you're moving to America? You just got your visa. Like, how did you not tell us before? And he basically was like, I didn't tell you guys because I was afraid of your reaction or whatever. And she's like, I cannot believe you didn't tell us. I can't believe she didn't tell us. And then Ari's like, well, get late, keep me out of it. And I didn't tell him that he has to move. And they're like, no. Like, we're mad at both of you, but like, you could have told us, like, for family, you could have told us. And that's when Ari's like, you've never treated me like family. And the sisters are like, honey, I'll tell you right now, I always throw wine all over my cousin's face. Look at Benny's face. Look at Benny not try and stop anything from happening to Ari. Benny sees at this point that a whole ass hand with a whole ass glass of wine is in his space, and he looks down like, I ain't seen shit. Nothing's happened here. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that what I'm saying is that's shitty. I can't believe like your natural reaction as a man isn't to like somewhat block and protect the mother of your baby or anyone that you're supposed to be in love with. I can't believe it. That's crazy. Even from your own sister, that you wouldn't just like put your hand there. You wouldn't be like, no, 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 none of it. No, not even like his face isn't even like, his face is literally like, okay, so one time I was dating someone and never should have dated this person, and he was with his friends. I hate this story so much. He was with his friends, he was drinking, and I drinking beer, okay? And I do not drink beer. Just don't like drinking beer. And so I smoked a little of California's crazy tobacco. And his friend that was drunk got like was weird towards me. Was like doing whatever, like being like whatever, like calling me out or something because I wouldn't drink the beer. And the person I was dating, this is his friend, literally just stood in the corner and was like, I mean, like, so when his friend's like yelling at me and I'm like, where the F are you? And he's like in the corner. At that moment, I should have probably get in my car and just never saw that person again. But I didn't. But that's crazy. To be with someone and to like not protect them in a situation is telling. And to be so blatantly just like, I'm not seeing anything, I'm not doing anything is, I mean, it's horrifying. Look at her. Also, what is this like Christmas colors on your nails? She's like, I'm in shock. She like barely can move. We're like, is this just because this is, like scripted that you won't move? If you're all enjoying Chris right now, not thumbing it up, made Vinny's sister douse you in red wine. Honey, yes. And it's already turned to vinegar. It was cheap red wine to begin with, and now it's gone to vinegar. It's all over your face. Please like this video. Just give it a little thumbs it up. 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 Yeah, so please like this video if you can, wherever you're watching it. Just please remember it always, helps your girl. All right, react because you read the script. Woo-hoo-hoo. Chris, I'd like to hear you and want to speculate about this corrections officer that ran away with the inmate. Ooh. Amy, you're talking about Terry and Harry on Love After Lockup. I love you guys so much. I would have blacked out allegedly and started windmilling towards that bitch. Yeah, like windmilling. What was that like? Yeah, like that feels like some sort of meme that like Lisa, I think of like Lisa Simpson and like Bart or something where it's like, if you get by my hands and they hit you, I can't do anything about it, Oh, thank you so much for this super chat. Oh, I appreciate it, Marie. Oh, little super sticker. So nice. I love it. Thank you. You're always so kind. And so generous. Jens could be a lot of things. Okay, so let's move on to Miona and Jibri. Now, Wah had a whole thing with me where she was like, why don't you know how to say that person's name? And I was like, well, it's hard. And also, like I know someone named Jabari, and she's like, well, why can't you say it? It's say it again. And I was like, Jibri. She's like, no, try it again. I was like, Jibri. And she's like, it's Jabri. And I'm like, well, it's spelled Jibr. She's like, it's Jabri. And so now I've heard everyone say it, and she's absolutely right. It's Jabri. Jabri. So they just get back to the they got to his car, and she's gonna like live her life, like real South Dakota life, like in a pickup truck, honey. And he gives her pink cowboy boots. I think this is part one point. It's like, I want to say that he said that she was a size 4. Did you hear that? He was like one size 2, or he's like size 4 or something like that. Like I couldn't tell how small are those ladies' feet. Does she have size 4 feet? Size 4 feet is like Cinderella. Like, you can't. I mean, like, what is she like? Memphis height? Memphis could have size 4 feet. Memphis, you have to be like 4 feet to have size 4 feet. I cannot imagine it. I have such big feet. So, and, she loves it. She loves her hat. Oh my God, Christian Gonzalez, buy yourself some red wine, Chris. Oh, I could use some. I will. I will. And I won't pour it on anyone, honey. No producer could talk me into it. I will keep my red wine in my glass, honey, stemless or with stem. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I have size 10 feet. I have size 11. No, I have size 11. Size 10 and a half, 11. Yeah, no, absolutely. Her shoes were size 4. Yes, what Linda, I know it. That's what I heard too. Chuck belongs to his dad. Okay. I swear, I was like, my God, Miona, how do you walk? They're so tiny. Like, her whole feet are the size of my like big toe. My big toe, So they're gonna get. So yeah, he's driving through. They're driving through South Dakota, and they're just like, she's like, look at this town. It's stiff. It's cute. It's cute. Just this one street. One, all of it one. Not even any like extra like levels. Just one level of a street. One story, one street. She's used to like multiple stories, multiple streets. And he's like, yeah. She's like, not a lot to do here. He's like, how can you say that? She's like, look out the window. What are you looking at? There's nothing. I don't understand how it would give me such anxiety if I knew there was such a discrepancy in the fact that like someone thinks we're going to live at your parents' house for like 1 month, and I think I'm going to live at my parents' house for the rest of my life, but at least 5 years. Because like Jibri, I said it right. Like, he has that thing. What's his face had? Oh, what is his face? Oh my God. Julia. I forget everyone's name. Julia on the farm. You tell me his name. Okay, Marianne Walters. Fialo. Oh, thank you so much for this super sticker. Look at you. Is it a photo booth, my love, or is this like a little selfie? And what's your dude eating? Looks like a yogurt cup. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I haven't seen you before. It's so nice to have you join us, and thank you so much for that incredibly generous super chat. Brandon, thank you. Yeah, like Brandon wanted to live on the farm. Like, he was happy about it. Like, until Yulia was like, no. Same thing where he like, it feels like Jibri like wants to live with his parents. Kind of wants to, like, definitely wants to save money, and is realizing he definitely doesn't have enough money. Because like, even when they make enough money to move out, that's not enough money for where Miona's gonna want to live. Like, how much money can you save like in a month? Miona's going to want like to live in New York or live in LA, and Miona's idea of an apartment is going to be like $3,000 at least. Easily. Jibri doesn't have a job because I don't even think that, because he isn't playing with the Black Serbs. You know what I'm saying? I did not tell you to say that man's name like that. It's Jibri. No, it's not. Wait, it's Jibri. It's Jabri. Two syllable. Jabri. Jabri. I didn't say Jabri. Wait, it's Jabri. You're making me crazy, honestly. It's like debris with a soft G. With a soft G, there's no debris with a soft G. Jabri. Debris. Jabri. Jabri. Isn't that what I've been saying? Truly. Not Jibri. Okay, not Jibri. Yeah, LA expensive. I mean, yeah. Also, because she's gonna. Yes, they are expensive for a one bedroom in a normal, in a part of town. Sorry, in a part of town that Miona wants to live in. That looks like a Miona apartment. Do you know what I'm saying? That looks different. It's a three, yeah, of course. That's not even like my apartment, which I have rent control, and mine's. You know, it's going to be very expensive to just move in to any place and get a deal. Oh my God, you guys are being so like gracious, and I can't even deal. Brittany Lynn, these little men children think they can take care of someone from another country, but can't even take care of themselves. Yeah. So having like the plus of having like a mom and dad just like take care of that whole like rent, utilities, food thing for both of you is sure nice. Takes a load off. And he comes in like a petulant child, honey. Like she comes in, thank you so much, Brittany Lynn, obviously, great point. Like she comes in, she's not wearing any makeup, like I get it. She like traveled with a clean face, you know what I'm saying? And she has, enough appropriate filler to like, look in whatever way she does now, which is not crazy over the top, but enough that I can see it. Can you walk? Can you see that she has filler? I just want to walk and see it. I think she looks good. So in the house, she meets the mom, she meets the stepdad. Both parents are like, I like her. I didn't want to like her. I like her. No. Even the mom is kind of like, she's not nervous to meet me. Doesn't seem anxious or nervous or like she has to try anything. No. Doesn't seem like that. I like her though. I like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's just that like Eastern European sort of like dryness of like, hello, sitting confident. I don't know, like I'm over the top, like I'm just like I'm such a nightmare. Like what an over the top desperate trying too hard mess I am in comparison of just like, hi, no, I love your home. It's so beautiful. No, thank you. Thank you so much for raising such a great guy. I'm just like so happy to be here. Thank you for opening your home up for me to live here with the love of my life / your son. Like, like I'm just, she doesn't give one F. Like, I feel like, yeah, like there isn't anything like, thank you for letting us live here. It's very much like, this is what's happening. We'll be in the same room together for meals. The parents start asking her questions. They're like, okay, just so you know, we have some guidelines. One guideline is we want you guys to clean up after yourself. And Jabri's like, ugh. Like, are you okay with this? They're like, no, it's fine. And like, and the other thing is just like, can you just like cook 2 meals for the week? And she's like, okay, well, I'll try. I can say it's gonna be good, And I like, that's not hard to say. Only because again, like we know what it's like to be on a farm. Miona doesn't have to like clean a pig's nest, not nest. Pig cage. You know what I'm saying too? That like all you gotta do is just like clean up after yourself and cook 2 meals. I would be like, great, mine's our breakfast. Here's some cereal. Okay, here's some overnight oats. I made them last night. Oatmeal, cream of wheat. Here is like I scrambled a couple of eggs. Breakfast is the easiest thing to make in the whole world. Breakfast is literally like eggs, bacon, which you just like crack things, put things in a skillet, or just put things in a skillet, cook it, or whatever. You can literally get like cinnamon rolls or whatever the hell it is, just like whatever before, just like pop them in a oven in the morning. Like there's just, you know, the parents are like at the dinner table is like, well, what do you eat in Serbia tonight? We're having something called lasagna. She's like, I have this all the time. It's totally chill. It's a really normal thing. I mean, it's for celebrations. They're like, we are celebrating. She's like, cool. Now, this is one part that's kind of weird. The parents are like, you have to do their hard parent thing, which is where they're being like, well, how are you guys going to have life here? By what money? How are you going to have money? And like they're kind of like asking Miona. Now, this part's a little crazy to me. Like, are you going to tell me that we're supposed to believe that your son is bringing a woman that he's been dating for a couple of years or whatever into your home and you haven't asked him what she does yet? Because she very confidently says makeup. And also when we see her handiwork, she's great at it. Look at her confessional look, honey. She can do a sharp eyeliner. I want it. I want her to do mine. Like, listen, I want Mohamed to install bidets in my toilets and I want Miona to come give me like a sharp cat eye. I think it's so cute. So, mimosas. Christy's like, yeah, I'll make, yeah, fresh fruit. Like brunch is easy. Pancakes, a billion things that are so easy to do. The dads, they're like, like, what are you gonna do, Miona? And she's like, I can't obviously work, but when I can, like, I want to start my own business, and like, I like makeup, and the dad's like, wait, so are you going to like have your own makeup line or do it on people? And she's like, well, I'm doing it on people until I can have my own line. And in my mind, I'm kind of like, wait, so you never asked? Why don't it should be like a known thing that she does makeup? Also, like, because didn't you guys talk about the fact that you went through all of her like social media pics? And like, that makes sense that she does makeup. Also, I feel like she's gonna be good at it, like I said. So then they like go down to where they're gonna stay and they have like a conversation. Oh, sorry. One thing I wanted to say is at one point, sorry, just a dumb thing, is at one point they're like, how are you gonna enjoy South Dakota, and she's like, well, and when it gets to Christmas, like it gets pretty cold. And I'm like, are they telling like a lady from Serbia that it gets pretty cold, like in the sense of like, tell me if I'm wrong and tell me if there's many different climates of Serbia, but like, isn't it, can't it get pretty cold in Serbia? To the point where you probably don't have to like warn her about what it'd be like to be cold. Because like what you think is cold is like not as cold as like what she knows. So that's when she's like, well, I really won't know when it's cold there because like we're not gonna be living here. And he's like, they're like, well, no, that's when he's like, yeah, we will, that's like Christmas. She's like, that's a long time away and we don't have to stay here all of the winter. We just stay there for Christmas. Like, well then no, because if we don't stay, then we'll miss Easter. And she's like, that's 4 months later. Time flies when you're having fun in South Dakota. That should be South Dakota's state slogan. What do you think, JT? Yeah, like, oh, thank you for like validating the Serbia thing. I'm like, there's just a lot of like people like not knowing who they're talking to. So yeah, so we'll just see what happens there, my loves. We're moving on though to Emily and Kobe. So Emily, of course, has picked up Kobe from the airport. He's and her have had a lovely reunion where he said that yes, she's gained some weight, but it doesn't make a difference. And they've had that awkward moment where I can't tell where they edit her reaction from because it doesn't seem like it's her reaction to him saying that, but they keep having him like in this two shot where she's looking at him, right? Anyway, sorry. Where she's looking at him and he's like, yes, she has gained weight. And then she goes, do you know what I'm talking about? It doesn't feel like it happens there, but they keep kind of like wanting us to think of that. So they get to the car. She's like, all right, babe. Do you want it like ready to drive? He's like, no. Yeah, no. She's like, come on, you always wanted to drive. Like, come on, you're gonna drive. Like, ha ha ha. And he's like, no, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's like, okay, but I don't want to be like driven around for the rest of my life. And he's like, bitch, I just got here. Like, you're fine. Emily has like hardcore anxiety, and I know it from the bottom of my heart. And there's parts of her that I can see myself in. She's very, very, she is ignorant. We'll talk about that part, but she's very snappy. Her mind works very fast. So, and I think that a lot of her like insecurity, that kind comes into what she's trying to do and manipulating the situation. But she's like so it's a little cringy. So basically, but we'll get into that too. She's in this car and she's like, I can't believe, like we're together and like the fireworks were there and the kiss was everything. And I'm gonna also say this, like Emily is like so she keeps saying that she's like scared to see Kobe and will it be there and will the magic be there? And she wants him to like be really super attracted to her and like forego seeing his son for a day just to like be able to like spend time with her. And just like I'll say, like Yvette comes to this airport like not wearing a bodycon dress and wearing something else a little like marmy. I mean, Emily comes to this airport like wearing like not nary a stitch of makeup. Now, having said that, she's a mom who doesn't always have to wear makeup. But I'm just saying, like, why are you so like? Is he gonna like the way I look? Come on, girl. Okay. If you're gonna put all the time and effort into like lingerie and like booking a room and keeping him away from his son, like why not like facilitate the situation a little bit for yourself? Okay. Um. So then she starts her conversation and she's like, I know you want to see Coben, which almost feels like a weird voiceover, but she's like, but I got you something. And then what she gets him, she's like, oh, a FaceTime with my son, like some sort of like, is it like a lock of his hair, or whatever. It's like, no, it's lingerie for you. He's really happy about it. It's cringy. She's just like tiptoeing around it, and then it's just like, I know you really want to see your son you never met, and you're just like so excited to meet him, but I really want to have sex with you. I just want to have sex with you, and I think we should. And I think we should. I think you should just let me do what I want to do. I know that you want to meet your son, but this is what I want to do, and I think you should do it. And he's just like, can I meet my son? No, I'd rather can we just do both? Can I meet my son though, like today? Like I thought you were taking me there. I can't wait to meet him. So then they go to this restaurant, okay? And there is okay. They go to this restaurant and he looks around, they're having this conversation, and he's like, there's no black people here. Now, listen, in China, when you met me, also no black people. And in China, it was like a little crazy because there's no black people, and Asian people and Chinese people would come up to him and be like, and have different reactions to him. Like some want to take a picture with him, and some don't understand skin color. Why this person's skin color would be darker than theirs. And it would be like, there'd be like rude comments about it. So he must have I mean, Emily was with him in China, and obviously, I would assume, obviously, was aware of the fact that she said that she found the only black man in China. He says he feels uncomfortable in this restaurant, which is where they like, like in the area where she lives because there's no black people. She's like, well, there's one. No, there's one. You see the one over there? I wish you can get over this. She's basically like, I'm sorry, but this is what it is. It's not a really big thing. I love you. It's very hard. It's very hard to have this conversation because Kobe is incredibly lovely. Like I love him. Like he has such a grace about him. Like he's like understated. He like loves her. He's like can't wait. How do you also like this man can't wait to meet his son? He can't wait to meet him. He's so excited. And this like crazy white woman, banshee woman is just like, here's lingerie for you. It's really mine. I want to fuck you so bad. I can't wait. I've like been missing it. You know, just like, well, just get over the fact that you're like the only black guy here, the only black person in this room. There's like one other in the other room. Come on, just like use your peepers. See the other one. Be comfortable. Like it's just like she I think she is insecure and trying to manipulate the situation and trying to be like to make things okay, but she is doing all of that at the expense of like the other person involved in the relationship who just got off a plane to be with her like his whole life. Relationships, I guess, you know, it's just like it's remarkably easy to like be like, how is this all one-sided? Like, how does this girl not know? This is like so horrible. I think about the times in which there's got to be times in which like, yeah, like we've all made such horrible decisions that seem so one-sided, but in our mind, we're trying to defend. She does. She's constantly like, I know that he should meet his son, but we have to do this for us. When it's like, no, it's for you. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot just have him go meet his son and then the next night just go get a place in town. Your parents can watch the baby that night. It just really feels like she is desperately insecure and wants to know if this man is still attracted to her and if whether they're going to raise this child as a couple or not in a romantic sense. And all of that hinges on whether she can feel like they have the same sexual physical connection that they did in China. And the fear of that is what is has in her head that's like keeping her from like seeing past the end of her nose or putting herself in his shoes. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, it's cringy. They're actually a good couple to watch because she has no idea how awkward and cringy she's being. All of this seems very real. Like they're a good couple because yeah, this seems like a messy thing that isn't like wine being thrown in a couple's face that we've like seen like year after year. Oh, my little Italian beauty is here. Hi. Ooh. Why don't the family come to meet him at the airport, baby, and the grandparents take baby home? You can get the D. Yeah, no, I literally don't understand. I would think the parents would want to meet him too. I do not get it. This is the way it was set up, and why there was no other compromise. Like she just kept saying, like, I know it's a priority for you to meet your son, but it's also a priority for this to happen. It's like the priority of you having your like sexual gratification and or understanding your relationship only in your mind because of your anxiety has to all happen right now. The time factor isn't right now for that priority, if it is one. And I'm saying it doesn't, maybe it is one. The time factor is for him to meet his son, which is also the priority. That's, you know, I'll say time factor, the timeliness of it. Wasn't the airport 2.5 hours away? Yes, but what are they doing? Yeah. We're on a show. Come on. Whatever, take the baby. Oh, absolutely. Should have talked to him before that one. Yeah, yeah. It's another Asuelo story. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. Everyone could think of a reasonable solution except for Emily. I know. Literally, there's just like 1 billion better options that like give you something and also like give him the thing that he desperately wants and needs. Emily seems very mature and insensitive. Yes, absolutely. I also didn't realize at the end of this segment that there was, I was like, oh, at the end of the episode when they played the what was going to happen next week, that we finally get to meet the other couple, Patrick and whatever that person's name is, that he's on Find My Friends all the time and she knows where he is all the time. That, that, Kara and Guillermo wasn't on this episode. I was like, oh yeah, those people. I'd be embarrassed to have a boyfriend like Jibri. Too weird. I saw one really funny quote or one funny tweet that was like, I first of all, I like him. I feel like he is a vibe. I feel like he is just like if a person, if like a vibe was a person. That is so true. Like he just like want, but like I don't know what like how you gonna make money on that? Brenda, ciao Bella. Working from home and caught alive. Oh, I'm so glad. Good. How's your makeup? Thank you so much, Brenda. That's incredibly generous. I appreciate it. Brenda, are there bidets in Italy a lot? Like, do you encounter a lot of bidets? And also, if you do, will you tell me if it's in either like commercial establishments or like home stuff? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I like his goofiness, but I don't like how he acts toward his mom. She seems reasonable. Yeah, the mom does seem reasonable. I mean, can you fact that the mom was like, okay, we have some rules, everyone. And he's like obsessed or upset. And she's like, the rules are clean up after yourselves and make 1 to 2 meals a week. It's the easiest thing. Could you imagine just like getting up and just like throwing some granola into like a bowl and cutting up a banana and just putting like oat milk on the side and complaining about that? Oh, and Branda in every bathroom, honey, but just in homes. Commercial bidets. I meant like, we go to like office buildings. But yeah, Brenda, honey, yeah, okay, yeah. No, it's just again, it's an American thing that we don't have bidets. Bidets. Hmm. My sister's boyfriend won't travel more than 3 days because he misses his bidet. Jesse J. I love that. He swears by it. I wonder if like they can ever make like a little travel bidet. You're like, yeah, you can just it's a squirt bottle. Just a squirt bottle, you squirt it. Wipe when you're done. Oh my god, you guys, everyone is first of all, this is maybe first of all, everyone I can't like I'm having a thing where like, thank you so much. This is so many super chats. I don't even know what to do. I'm feeling like overwhelmingly like, thank you so much. Good morning. We also have a bidet, and I really got used to it. I know a bidet is extra important for Egyptians. Yeah, Egyptians love a bidet, you guys. A, thank you for the super chat. B, the bidet talk. Yeah, I went to someone's house recently who's Egyptian, and he had a bidet. And he had an apartment. I think he had just moved into this person just moved into an apartment. This is what this person said. Who knows? But it felt like he just moved in, and like there were things not on the walls yet, but this person had installed a bidet, or it was just already there. I'm not quite sure. Or this person installed a bidet. It must have been like he put his keys down, he put the bidet in, This person, I mean, this person's Egyptian. It's a whole thing. And when I was like, "Oh my god, you have a bidet," I think that he was like, "Of course. Why wouldn't I?" And I was like, "Oh, just because you just moved it and we're renting." Okay, so thank you so much. Wash like an Egyptian. Overnight Girl 1987. Look at this Barbie pic. Oh my God. This Barbie picture looks like, if you were to ask me, like, Chris, like, what is your like ideal character that you want to play? Like, what's your dream role? It's someone who looks like that, that could give this person an accent. I would. Like, I wish I could inhabit the body of this Overnight Girl 1987, her avatar, and just be like, kind of like a drunk, older, cigarette smoking Barbie. Shani, who looks like she's lived a life and she's been rode hard and put away wet. You know? I was like laughing. You have one in most homes in Venezuela. Listen, I'll tell you right now, next time I will absolutely get a bidet next time I have my dream home. Fasting to eat more pasta later. Oh my God, I can only imagine. Oh, I want to see your pictures of your pasta. Get a My Tushy, install it, super easy. Yeah. You guys are all saying that Tushy thing. Okay. And also I think there's also like there's different versions, I guess, of the Tushy. I think that I truly do, if possible, I would really love to have a warm bidet shot. Christian Gonzalez, you need to be in a sequel to Hocus Pocus. Oh my God, first of all, yes. Also, I mean, I love you so much. I agree. My Kathy and Jimmy is like my like everything. I like grew up watching so much Sister Act, like so much Hocus Pocus. Like I used to think like Kathy and Jimmy was like crazy and everything. I just wanted to like be every role. Like I feel like I look like her, like I love Hocus Pocus. Yeah, could you I mean when they have their I think they just shot their new movie where they all come back. I mean, I'm gonna be there with bells on, honey. I can't wait for that. Um, do you pat dry with tissue then? No, for me, or I don't know if you're talking about people with bidets. Yeah, I think you do. I can't go around just like being wet. I have to be dry. Um, oh my God. Thank you. Dear Chris, you are such a beautiful human being. Always stay yourself. First of all, thank you so much. I mean this so much. I love that. I love to think that like this sentiment of like, dear Chris, you are such a beautiful human being is happening like while I'm just like, bidets, bidets, bidets. First of all, thank you. This is your these super chats you're all being so generous and so it's like I'm so grateful. Thank you so much again for the super chat. I can't even. My goodness, I love it. Thank you. Thank you so much, Chris. Are you doing any more stand up? I really want to. It's right now in LA. Netflix The Joke is happening, which is like a comedy festival happening in all these places, and I went around. And as I was like taking everything in, I was like, oh, fuck, I haven't performed in a long time and I miss it. I really, really miss it. I don't know. Like, I haven't thought about doing stand up. I really want to do like a campy show, like a campy sketch show or a campy, like parody esque show. That'd be like my dream to do something like that first. But I know this is what I was thinking of too. Haha. So anyway, we'll see about that. But I love you guys. Thank you so much. That's one of my favorite lines. Rode hard and put away wet. I think it was super important to have a bidet for him. Yes, you still use tissue after to shake or cleaning. I know it. JT, all your puns are incredibly intended, by the way. Yeah, just clean normally with less tissue. The bidet fund. I know, literally, so much. I know so much of my. I'm like, is this? I feel like you guys are just like, Chris, we use all this money to buy a bidet. Honey, I need a Mohammed to come like install it for me. I need a very attractive like Egyptian man to like come and like want to take care of me. Like want to like I want to take care of him, not like his mom, but like as his wife. He. Like I want to cook for him for sure, but also he has to do things for me, like buy bidets for me and install them for me. And yeah, then I'll cook for him. More than just 1 or 2 meals a week, honey. And I make some good meals. Um Americans don't need bidets as much because they tend to shower daily and have sinks where the toilets are if they need water to clean up. That is true. That is true. That's true. That's true. 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 I mean, I guess that's like I use like Cottonelle wet wipes. That's what I do. Oh, Lala knows it's deep breath time. Lupe. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking about performing again. And you know what? A storytelling show or stand-up show is easier, hopefully, for me to book. So I'm glad you guys are talking about it, and maybe I will use you all as like a sign from the universe because I really do want to like do something on stage again. So I'm gonna have to like, which is not a big deal, like start texting people I know that have shows to be like, "Hi, remember me? What's been happening? Anything happened the past couple of years I should know about? You still doing that comedy thing? You know, I don't know." You'll come. Yeah, you will. I gotta come to see your, but I have to come see your. I know, but I absolutely need to come see. I really want to come see you guys in Orange County. I want to come see a show like in Costa Mesa. The next time you do one in Costa Mesa, Carpe Day. I mean, JT, I'm so sorry. You're just gonna be like sleeping in the middle of the night. You're just gonna be like, whoa, coming up with more puns, honey. Can you say hi to my fiance? Her name is April. Yes. Hi, April. How are you, honey? April, you have like such a loving gent. Look at this like handsome gent. Look at that smile. Here in LA, what do you guys do? What part do you live in? Have you guys been like going out much? It's so funny because yeah, like you guys in LA, you see those like maybe you do like the Netflix is a joke comedy festival banners everywhere. And then I saw one as I was driving to get on the freeway that said like single, want to meet funny people. The Netflix joke, or sorry, the Netflix is the joke comedy festival is happening. I'm like, oh my god, they like have a billboard to advertise to single people to come to this festival because that way they'll meet other people with similar interests, which I guess is true, comedy people, but other comedy nerds. Um, okay, she's watching with me. April, what's happening, April? 10 o'clock. Did you guys have a yummy dinner? Christian, do you guys go to Zane? Let's say, do you guys go to Zanku? Do you guys go to like Dave Hot Chicken? Like, where's your favorite brunch spots? Talking about brunch. Let's see. Do you go to Republique? Um, let's see. I was just there on Larchmont the other day, and I went to Astro Burger drive-through. That was a bad choice? Shouldn't have done it. But it was the only drive-through around there. Oh, NoHo, honey. NoHo, not really just a K-Town to eat Korean tofu soup. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I love NoHo. NoHo Arts District, I spent a lot of time there. There's a lot of great Arabic food, a lot of great Lebanese food. But yeah, you have like a lot of good, like a lot of great restaurants and things around you. Because sometimes, like, yeah, Studio City, North Hollywood, like Universal City, like the delineations are somewhat small. We don't eat meat anymore. I wish I could remember like oh yeah. I mean I was a vegetarian for a long time. I like Sun Life. That's more Universal City, Sun Life Organics. That's a good vegan restaurant. And then they still have vegetable, right? Christian, they sell vegetable. These are technically Universal City, but I think it's on Ventura or like that was really, really good. Almost 5 years sans meat. For you this Thursday, we'll be in Costa Mesa at the Harp. I'd love to see you. It's a cool venue. This Thursday, like Cinco de Mayo. Like two days from now. That could happen. The harp is actually really close to me. Sun life is great. I know it. See, you guys, you didn't send me that flyer, I don't think. If you have the flyer, will you send it to me? I have 2 receptions I'm throwing on Cinco de Mayo for Newport Beach City Councilman candidates. And so I don't know what time, but like there's one for wine and cheese, but it'll probably be done around 7. You know, Goku ramen's so good. Yes, is it just like 8? Tell me, like, send me if you have a little. Just tell me information. Like, is it what time and stuff? What are you drinking, Lisa? And are you playing the slot machines? Okay, yeah, Lisa. What do you? Okay, first of all, is Wah here? Is Wah's here? Wah's favorite slot is Buffalo Gold. I love Wheel of Fortune. I love anytime like the Wheel of Fortune slots will like go around. Makes me very, very happy. Is there 25-cent slots? And are you at a casino where they give you free drinks because you're sitting at the slots? Sometimes now they're gonna make you pay for it. I mean, definitely when I went to Pachanga, I was surprised. I was sitting at the slots waiting for someone to offer me a free drink, like a lady, cocktail waitress, and no one would come. And then I realized they wanted me to order, and I had to pay for my own drinks, even though I was spending money there. That's what it is now. So, and we'll send you for harp. You have 8 to 12. Okay, great. Can you move to see if you get foodie chats? Oh yeah, I love. God, it's like what's changed? Yeah, like in New York City. For a long time, I would just like eat at cafeteria all the time, which was like just chill and easy. It was like down, a little down. I don't know, like mid-time or down. Um, Mahmoud's falafel. I'm like, what do I get there? Manouche. There's a lot of like Lebanese places I get there. Ilya is like another Lebanese food place there. I really want to know. Yeah, like it's been too long. While we were young, I liked that when I was there. The Mercer Market, or like the French place. I am at a. I'm an izakaya slot, honey. That's yeah, Japanese. Mamoons is sick. Okay. Yep. Slots and rum and coke. No free drinks. I'm in Oregon at a native casino. Oh, yes, honey. Slots. Lisa, are you going to play some blackjack? Only because blackjack is fun to play in the sense that the dealers like always have to tell you what to do. They don't always have to tell you what to do, but if you want to know what to do, they'll just be like, I would do this, which is nice because that's like a step up from slots where you just push a button. JT Zimmer, yeah, like my friend was just there, like the Comedy Cellar is like really fun to go to. I like going to the Comedy Cellar. I feel like that always feels very New Yorky, and so to have like falafel afterward, it's great. Yeah, you both love izakaya. Okay, if you want me to try it. If you're all like, no, this izakaya is it. You don't think I'll try it? Watch. An hour and 43 minutes, my loves. Oh, 10:15. Can you believe I went through all the couples and more? I did it and more. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here in this long-winded chat where we talk for almost as long as the actual episode about the episode and life. And thank you for your patience. I know that it's a little late. I get people on Instagram being like, if you're not going to do it, then just let us know so that we don't just follow you for no reason. I'm sorry. No, I appreciate everyone. Like, and thank you so much for like holding on for me. I love you guys. I love your like fun comments. This was like a super fun chat and live. Like, I love your bidet advice, honey. All of your puns. Thank you. I like can't believe how many super chats I got. Thank you so much for that, you guys. That's incredibly. I mean, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. That means so much. That's so lovely. Okay? I mean, come on. You're all very generous. I can't get over it. Oh, you guys. We're going to take a little breath. That's what Lala wants. Okay. Truly. I gotta look up these places. I don't know what those places are. My mods, yes, my mods. Marie, another super chat. Hi, April. Thank you for being with us tonight. You guys were talking about Oregon. Love the buffet at Spirit Mountain. Okay. Your favorite time. You guys have a beautiful night in LA. Okay, let's do it. You all were take a little like cleansing breath, get everything out. Deep breath in. A cleansing breath. Think of this breath as being the bidet for your soul. Honey, cleanse your soul with this bidet breath. It sounds gross. That sounds horrible to say. Bidet breath, just cleansing that soul, honey, making sure everything's clean for our God, our universe, whatever you believe in. Letting it all go. It feels nice. Oh, I need to crack my back. Oh, well, what a journey it's been. From makeup to bidets, like I think that we have been little business people and we've been really throwing our thinking caps on. And I really appreciate you guys and making me crack up during the breath. I'm just saying, bidet breath, honey. I had to hold my tongue while you were said cleansing. Well, yeah. Oh my God, from April Christian. Tell April thank you. Hey, tell April thank you. That's very freaking sweet. I was just shopping bidets on Amazon, honey. I mean, get the tushy one, I guess, dog trainer. Thank you so much, April. That really, really means a lot. You guys, I'm not even gonna tell you, I can't believe how many super chats I got, truly. This is like, now I am like, I'm working at a restaurant again, truly. All of these tips better than Ellen. Barking spider cleanse. All right, so yeah, it is Cinco de Mayo coming up, so I hope you guys have a fun Cinco de Mayo, whatever you're gonna do. There's a good possibility I'll be listening to some live music after my like very long day. But I really, really love you guys and your spirit. Thank you so much for like all the new. I feel like I saw like a lot of like new peeps and like a lot of like fun new names, and it makes me like want to cry. Okay, like you showed me my own yoga room with my own like PR article on it. Cry like that. I feel at home with you all. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thank you for not tricking me by pretending your home is ugly and dilapidated with roaches everywhere. Thank you for letting me into your home, your beautiful, clean, Barclay Butera staged home. No, just kidding. Your home is beautiful but lived in, full of soul and promise and life, unlike other people we know. You're gonna drink copious amounts of tequila and make bad mistakes. The bad one's subjective. Don't put that on yourself. As Fiona Apple would say, gonna make a mistake, gonna do it on purpose, gonna waste my time, cause I'm full as a tick, and I'm scratching at the surface. What I find is mine. And when I find my way back, God, Fiona Apple. Okay, I can't tell you how many super chats. You just keep giving me super chats. Yeah. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I was too late for the whole live, but I wanted to sleep tight, and greetings for your dad as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You're being just incredibly generous. That's lovely. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this long ass live chat. All right, my loves. Again, thank you. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day or night wherever you are. Italy, ciao. Or just spending copious amounts of money, honey, just sitting in Oregon casino in the Pacific Northwest, honey, wherever you are, Canada, wherever you are. I feel your spirit and warmth, and I'm so thankful for you all. Okay, so I love you all. Thank you so much. Take care. Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Chris L. Farah. You know that L is for Lebanese, also for love, which I definitely am feeling a lot tonight. And you can also, if you're on Facebook, join Vanity Fair, which is my private Facebook group. And I always post before I go live there and any like things that happen in the universe that we have to like talk about within the week. So yeah, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I can't tell you how much I love and appreciate you. Thank you so much, baby boos. Other than that, take care of yourselves and one another and stand up for what you believe and make art. And God bless you all. Okay. Have a good week. Thank you again, Mod Super.